Hey guys, I wanted to go over some of the questions on your chapter 3 test. And my math, I looked at a lot of the questions because some of your grades were not as good. And I know that linear functions is one of the more complicated concepts. So I wanted to go over some of these questions with you guys, some of the ones that I saw you guys missed. And that way, if you have any questions about these, you guys can contact me. And I wanted to remind you guys again, I have made numerous announcements about this. You guys need to start working on this material before a lot of you are. When I look in my open math and I open it up and I look on Monday, for example, today, many of you have still not started on this week's work, which again is due on Thursday. There are numerous questions in your homework, which usually take the longest. There are usually a good amount of questions in your reading quiz, and then your tests are the ones that have the shortest amount. And remember, your reading quiz and your homework, you always have 2 attempts to be able to do those questions. So you guys need to be taking your time. You need to be reading the chapter before you do the reading quiz. You need to be looking at the videos that are posted with it. And then you need to be doing the reading quiz and then the homework before you attempt to do the test. Some of you guys are still doing the homework before you do the reading quiz. And you also, if you do it early enough and you're on a topic in the reading quiz that you just do not understand how to do, please contact me and we can either set up a time to work on it, or we can do it through a video chat, or you can just email me the question and I can help you work it out. But a lot of you guys are waiting until Thursday to begin working on your work, and that's just not enough time. This is a 4 contact hour course, which again means you need to be working at least 4 hours a week on this, if not more. Most of you need to be working more than 4 hours. So anyway, I'm going to share the screen so that you guys can see. I'm going to open up the My Open Math, and we're going to look at a couple of these questions that you guys missed. Now, number one, this may have been, some of these questions might be a little different based on, which question you got. A lot of you guys got number 1 wrong, which I'm not really sure why, because this is the most basic question you're going to get. Determine if the function below is increasing or is it decreasing. Well, if you look as x goes across and you go up on y, this is increasing, okay? Some of you guys got this wrong. If it's going down, that would be decreasing. All right, most of you guys got number 2 right, but I'm going to move down to number 3 because a lot of you guys got this one wrong, okay? In 1990, see if I can write up here. I might have to open back up together. Anyway, in 1990, the cost of a tuition at a large Midwestern university was $101 per credit hour. In 1999, tuition had risen to $200 per credit hour. Determine a linear function where c of x is used to represent the cost of tuition as a function of x and the number of years since 1990. So what that's telling you is that x is the number of years since 1990, and y, which represents c of x, is the cost of tuition. Okay, so let's take this. There we go. I can write on this. All right, so let's make our ordered pairs here. I think it helps to make ordered pairs. So we have 1990 as our first year, and then $101. Now, since it says that x is the number of years since 1990, what is this telling you? What is this? This is your starting amount, okay? Which means x is equal to 0 here, which means this is your y-intercept, okay? And then we have another ordered pair here, which is 1999 and $200. Okay, you could also represent this as a table. That would be better if you like that better. Year cost, 1990, 101, 1999, 200. Now, we need to find the slope because remember, the linear function formula is y equals mx plus b, or you could also say f of x equals mx plus b, right? For this equation, we're using c of x for cost, okay? And now we need to find the slope. Well, how do I find the slope? Well, remember the slope formula is your change in y over change in x. So what is the change in y here? How much does this change? So, well, we're going from 101 to 200. So 200 minus 101 is going to be the 99. So we increased by 99. And what is the change in years here? The change in years is 9 years. Okay. So this would be 99 over 9, which equals, because this is the change in y over change in x, which would be 11. Okay. And you would say $11 per year. Okay. So 11 is going to be our slope here. And then remember, what did I say? This was our starting amount. So our starting amount is going to be 101. Okay. Back to my. Okay, so there's our equation. In the year 2003, what will be the tuition money per credit hour? So they're giving you a year here, 2003. So remember, we start in 1990 and we want to go to 2003. Okay, what is the amount going to be here? Well, how much time is between these? How much time is between that? Okay, so 2003 minus 1990, it's going to be 13 years. So what we can do is we can do C of 13 here, which would be, means we're just replacing our cost with 13, our year, excuse me. And we do 11 times 13 plus 101. And that's going to be 244. Okay. So 244 would be the amount of money per credit hour. Okay. And then this last one, what is the year? In what year will the tuition be $299? So this time, instead of finding the cost, we're going to be finding the year. So instead of putting something into X, we're going to let your C of X be represented by $299. And we're trying to find X. We're trying to find the year amount. So how do I solve for X here? We subtract 101 from both sides. And then we do 299 minus 101. I get 198 equals 11x. And then we divide by 11. And 198 divided by 11 is going to be 18. Now, 18 is not going to be our answer because we're talking about amount, we're talking about in what year. So we're talking about the starting amount was 1990, right? So we want to add 1990 plus 18 years. So that's going to give us the year 2008. Okay, so make sure that may be why you missed that one. Because you put 18 instead of the year 2008, but that's 18 years after 1990. So in order to find the year, you would just add the 1990, which was your starting year, to 18. All right, question 4. I posted online here to make sure you guys used a calculator on this. Let's just clear all of that. And I posted how you guys can download a free graphing calculator. If you guys also want to, you can check out one with me at the college. I'd be happy to let you check out one. I would need it back at the end of the semester. But I posted a way to download a free one on your laptops. So, but you may have issues with the downloading if you're using a high school computer. So that's why you may either want to check one out with your high school if you are a high school student, or if you would like to, you can email me and contact me to get one. I'm going to just run through real quick. This is just a basic inputting something in your calculator. So let me turn this around and I'll do screen. Oh, I can't figure out. Let's see. I want to just go back to no share. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I'm going to try to share this with you guys. I hope you can see it up here. I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to get it better. Can you see that? All right. So what you're going to do on your calculator is you're going to go to stat, which is right here. And then you're going to hit edit. And there's directions how to do this in the videos. And then you'll see L1, which is here, and you'll put all the X values here. And you'll see L2 here, and you'll put all the Y values here. Okay, so in question 4, you would put the N values in the X spot and the H of N on the Y spot. Okay, I see that, and I've already entered mine in for you. And then you're going to go to stat again, the glare. And then you're going to go to calc, which is on the second one. And then we're talking about linear regression. So you're going to hit number 4 and then enter. Just really bad glare there. So if you see, it's going to spit out the equation for you, and it tells you to round your answer to 3 decimal places. And when you do that, you're going to be given 13.943 is your slope, and your B value is 69.4, which is your Y-intercept. And so that would be your equation for that one. So that was just a basic plug it in the calculator question. All right, question 5. This one is just inputting f of 2, right? So you're looking for f of 2, and that means your x value is 2. So here it is, and that would be 4. Okay, and then determine x when f of 2 equals -2. So it's telling you your y value is -2. So where is y at -2? Here's -2 on your y, and we go across, and it's going to be at -3. Okay, evaluate g of 50. All right. So we're looking for when x is 50. Do we see 50 up here? There's 50, and x is going to be at 68. So that's kind of how you do those, okay? When it gives you g of x or f of x or h of x, that's telling you your y value, and you have to find your x value. All right, question 8. I'm skipping down to question 8. This is one a lot of people had trouble with. Again, I think it's helpful to write a table for these. You have a function. The school starts in 1995. There were 390 students. It's our year. Students enrolled. Okay. We want to write a formula to represent the number of students attending the charter school after T years. So this is T, and then this would be N of T. Okay, assuming that 1995 is the year we start. The first scenario says that it's increased by 40 students per year. So in 1996, how many students are we going to have? We're going to add 40 to that. So 390 plus 40 is going to give us 430. Okay, and we already know, so this is 1, right? So remember, it's change in y over change in x is your slope, right? So our change of y here is 40, and our change of x is 1. So our slope is 40, and we already know our starting amount was in 1995. So what amount is our starting amount? Is 390. So 390 plus 40t equals n of t. That would be our first equation. All right, the next one is decreasing by 48. So 1995, 390 here, and we're decreasing by 48 per year. So 1996, that's 1 year. So 390 minus 48 is 342. So again, negative 48 divided by 1 is going to be our slope. Our starting amount is 390 still. So 390 minus 48 is going to be that equation. All right, increase by 36 students every 2 years. So we start out in 1995. We have 390 at that amount, and every 2 years. So I'm going 2 years, which would be 1997, and I'm increasing it by 36. So 390 plus 36 is 426. So when this one's a little bit different, you would take 36 and divide it by 2 this time, which will be your slope, okay, which is going to be 18. And then our starting amount is still 390, so 390 plus 18t. Okay, you're going to do the same scenario here, 28 divided by 4, pretty much. And then remaining constant just means that your n of t just stays at your starting amount, which is 390. It means your slope is 0. Now, technically, do we write 0 times t? No, because that's just 0. So it's just 390. And then this one is increased by 10 students every semester, which means twice a year. So that means in 1 year, how much is it increasing? It's increasing by 20, right? So your slope would be 20. So it'd be 390 plus 20 t. Okay, it's no different. All right. That's pretty much all of the ones that I feel like you guys struggled on. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know and I'll be happy to answer any other questions you guys may have.